The police officer got killed. Bell Gardens police officer Gardiel Solorio was sitting in his car outside of an LA Fitness in Downey when he was attacked by a gunman and shot many times. During the beginning phases of the inquiry, the police had a strong suspicion that the shooting included more than one suspect. Police have caught two suspects who shot the police officer, and appears to have been an unsuccessful attempt at robbing an establishment. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Crime Point. In today's video, we are going to discuss the Monterey Park police officer who was off duty and was shot and killed. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our amazing videos. And let's begin! The person wanted in connection with the shooting death of an off-duty Monterey Park police officer that occurred in Downey on Monday is still outstanding, according to the Downey Police Department. According to the police department, officers were sent to the parking lot of the Downey Landing retail mall around 3:25 p.m. after receiving a complaint of gunshots being fired in the area. According to the police, the responding cops spotted the man next to his car in the parking lot close to LA Fitness, where he was getting CPR at the time. According to the police, the victim received first assistance. However, they later reported that they declared the person deceased at the scene of the incident. On Tuesday, the victim, Gardiel Solorio, age 26, an off-duty officer with the Monterey Park Police Department, was revealed to be the person who had been killed. Chief Kelly Gordon of the Monterey Park Police Department stated on Tuesday that he began his job in July. Gordon expressed that she and her department were in a state of grief when speaking at a news conference on Monday evening. Gordon stated that the death of any life is a horrible event. When one of our own passes away, the agony of losing a life is multiplied many times over. The officer's body was transported from the site to the coroner's office on Monday evening in the company of a procession. Tuesday, there were not many indications in the parking lot of LA Fitness that a fatal shooting had taken place there the day before. Carmen Miranda drove around the parking lot with the window of her car down as she searched for a tribute for the police officer. However, the only things that were parked in the parking lot were automobiles and people going to the gym. Before she got into her car and drove away, Miranda stated, "I was hoping someone would have left a candle and flowers." After the incident, a number of people who were members of the gym voiced their concerns about going back inside. Isaac Limon, age 26 from Downey, who was in the gym when the shooting occurred on Monday, said, "I had anxiousness to come back today." Limon was present when the shooting took place. As part of his usual practice, he was lifting weights when he heard a burst of 4 pops through the walls of the gym, followed a few minutes later by the sound of sirens. Limon remained inside of the LA Fitness for an additional hour among scores of worried gym customers who were placed under lockdown during the incident. When they got outside, they saw a group of police cars and emergency vehicles around a Dodge Charger with a broken back window. Nick Tepper, a resident of Downey who's a regular at LA Fitness, had been making preparations to go to the gym on Monday afternoon until he received a concerning text from his cousin. According to what Tepper stated on Tuesday, the shooting took place only a few feet away from his cousin as he waited in his car for a buddy to come. The cousin of Tepper raced towards the direction of the location where the off-duty police were lying. He was off-duty at the time, but a firefighter gave him instructions to retrieve a medical kit from the gym. Tepper then responded to the man who had been shot many times, he claimed, recalling talks he had with his cousin who emailed him footage from the scene shortly after the shooting. Tepper was there at the shooting. Tepper was standing close to the scene of the shooting when he related what his cousin had told him. "My cousin stated there was too much blood and that there was no chance he's going to survive it. His eyes were rolling back," Tepper claimed. Limon reported that the majority of gym goers remained to themselves on Tuesday, while officials at the facility refused to discuss the incident, acting as if nothing occurred. Limon expressed his astonishment at witnessing a shooting in Downey, which he characterized as calmer compared to nearby cities. The suburban community with a middle-class population has been called the Mexican Beverly Hills and is held up as an example of the socio-economic advancement of Latinos in the state of California. Yet after a series of shootings in recent years, including the shooting that occurred on Monday, the fatal shooting of a Downey police officer in front of the police station in 2015, and another fatal shooting of a Downey liquor store, and at a house party in July where 3 people were killed, Limon started to draw a sharp contrast to the way he thought about his home, a suburb that on surface offers safety, and a Downey in which he has internalized fears of death and violence. "I hope it doesn't continue, because if it does continue, it's going to make me think about moving," Limon said. Tepper described the likelihood of another shooting occurring as 1 in a million, and he decided it was safe to go back to the gym. Tepper stated that it did not happen very frequently. He and his cousin claimed to have observed more violent situations in central Los Angeles, where they lived before moving to Downey around 5 years ago. Despite this, the shooting that took place at a house party in July was still very vivid in his memory. Tepper was quoted as saying, "Gotta get firearms off the streets." The Downey Police Department's in charge of the investigation, but as of Tuesday, they had not disclosed any information concerning the incident. This includes whether or if there may have been one or more suspects involved, as well as the sequence of events that led up to the shooting. It is anticipated that Carlos Daniel Del Cid, who is 20, will be arraigned on Thursday in Downey on counts of murder, attempted robbery, and possession of a handgun by a felon. Del Cid is accused of being the gunman in this incident. A second suspect, age 17, who is believed to have served as the getaway driver, has also been taken into custody. According to Gasson, Solorio was shot in what looks to have been an unsuccessful attempt at robbing a bank. According to Gasson, Solorio was shot 5 times when he attempted to drive away from the parking lot after being confronted by a guy armed with a pistol. The incident occurred when Solorio was in his car. On Wednesday, Gasson stated that when given the exceptional nature of the case, the prosecution will seek a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of release. Solorio was discovered by responding cops suffering from gunshot wounds, and paramedics pronounced him dead at the scene of the incident. During a press conference held on Tuesday, the chief of police of Monterey Park, Kelly Gordon, stated that the deceased individual truly wanted to have an effect on the community. Officer Solorio's students unanimously agree that he possessed every quality necessary to be an outstanding officer. Not only was he modest, committed, altruistic, and diligent in his profession, but he was also an overall better guy. According to Gordon, Solorio spent his childhood in the city of Bell Gardens. He obtained his bachelor's degree in criminal justice from California State University, Los Angeles, where he studied for 4 years. Following his graduation from the police school in July, he'd been on the force for approximately a month at that point. According to relatives of his family, he was the 13th and final kid. His parents, brothers, sisters, and fiancé all survived him after his passing away. According to Gordon, his relatives and friends characterized him as tough as nails, but a youngster at heart. And that's going to do it for today's video. We sincerely hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like, and make sure you share it with all your friends and family. And let us know if you have any questions or comments in the comments section down below. What do you think about this case? Do you think gun violence on the streets is getting out of hand? Or is it way past the point that we need to do something about the guns on the streets, as one of the people quoted in this story said? What do you think about it? Hey, do you have any other feedback about the story, or maybe even some requests or suggestions for stories we should tackle on Crime Point? Let us know in the comments below. You can always check out our YouTube channel, and make sure you subscribe so you see more of our incredible videos. All you gotta do is hit that bell icon, and you'll always be notified of our latest updates and uploads. We always bring you great new entertainment on our channel. Make sure you check out our other videos that have been specially selected just for you. Thanks for spending time out of your busy day to hang out with us today, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.